Hey there everybody, it's Jessica and Peanut here from Jessica Smith TV. And today we want to just join you for a very relaxing, stress relieving session. Maybe you've been traveling all day, maybe you just had a stressful day. Hopefully this will help you just relax a little bit, unwind, and feel a little less anxious. So we're just going to start with the feet nice and wide. I want you to just start by letting your arms sway from side to side. Just let it loose. Take some nice deep breaths. Good. And just moving through one shoulder, just give me a little circle. Just really relaxing the arm. Let's switch to the other side. Just circle it out. Just getting some nice dynamic movement. Good. Go ahead and just alternate those arm circles. Good. You can use your legs a little bit, whatever feels good. Nice. Good, and from here, just taking a little side to side. We're gonna stretch, take it over and down. So just really trying to calm your breath. Take some nice deep breaths. This also can double as a cool down from a previous session. Good. Switching sides, just take it the other way. Take it down and lift. Little oblique work in here, but that's not really our focus. Just really thinking about expanding through the lungs, through the sides. Good. Nice. So just go ahead and take it into a little side to side toe tap. We're just going to angle here towards our front leg. Taking a little dynamic stretch for the back hip flexor. I want you to give me a little lunge position. We're gonna come down for 2 and then come halfway up. So back leg is straight, back heel is lifted. Little balance challenge. Adding the arms, inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhale, pull back. Inhale and exhale. Doesn't have to be a low lunge. Just get as deep as you can into it. To feel a little stretch across that back hip. Good, now let's just hold this lunge down. Reach the arms up. If you can, see if you can lift your heart and just gaze towards the sky. If that throws you off balance, keep looking straight ahead. Good. Let your arms come down. Extend the front leg. Let's bring that back foot in a little bit more. Both knees are soft. We're gonna hinge forward from your hips, letting that back hand slide towards the inside of your leg. Take your back arm, see if you can open up towards the ceiling. Again, gazing up to the hand if that feels right. If that throws you off balance, you can look towards me. Front knee has a little softness in it. Just hold. Now keep that top arm extended. Let's press up through the side to slowly stand up into it. Toe tap the other way. So we're just gonna angle the other direction. Taking that slow and controlled stretching lunge. Start with just the legs, down, halfway. Good, so adjust your stance as much as needed. Adding the arms if you'd like. Inhale, exhale, pull back. Inhale, and exhale. So I'm really thinking about driving through my front heel as that leg extends, squeezing my elbows back, pulling my shoulder blades back and together on that row. Good. Nice deep breaths. Taking your time, just enjoying that movement. One more down and back. Let's take this one down and hold. Again, your option, you can stay here or try to lift and gaze up to the sky. Slight extension through the back. Beautiful, let your arms come down, extend that front leg. Bring your back foot in a little closer. Soft front knee, slide down. Extend that back arm up if you can. Gazing up to that top hand if that feels right. Deep breaths. Slowly press up through your side, standing up into that arm. Nice. Tap your feet out wide. Turn your knees and toes out slightly. Just take a little plie position to open through the inner thighs. So we're gonna bend the knees down. Hands can come to the insides of the legs. We're just gonna take a little twist. Rotate the shoulder towards the floor. Look over that back shoulder. Come back to the center. Other side, and just be gentle with your body. Just only go as far as feels comfortable for you. One more time to both sides. Little rotational twist. Center, other way. Rotate. Good. Now come back to the center. Let's pivot this back foot, lifting the back heel. I want you to come all the way down to a low lunge position, releasing the back toes. I'm gonna angle a little bit more here. Take a wide step forward. Again, stretching the back hip flexor, back quadricep. Keep your chest lifted. Walk the hands to the inside of that front foot, seeing if you can reach the floor. Heel toe that front foot a little wider if you can, to just kind of sink the pelvis through. Now you might be feeling plenty of stretch here. If your back knee feels uncomfortable, you could fold a mat, put a pillow underneath it, a towel, whatever you need to do to just make yourself comfortable. I want you to do that. So holding here, or if you'd like a little more, perhaps trying to come down to the elbows. So we're just taking some nice deep breaths, sinking into that gentle stretch. Just make it work for you. So if you've been doing a lot of sitting lately, especially if you've been traveling, it's a great way to open up the hip flexors. If you're on your elbows, let's walk back up to the hands. We're gonna heel toe that front foot back in. One hand on either side of that front foot. See if you can extend the leg, straighter. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Think about squaring up your hips here. Keep length through your spine, so I'd rather see the knee bent a little more and your spine long than rounding your back and straightening your leg. So keep that spine long. Adjust your knee if you need to. Good. Now from here, just to transition, bring that front foot back. Tuck your toes under. And again, use the knees, padding under the knees if you need it. But see if you can sit back, hips to heels. So we're stretching out the feet. We don't think about stretching the feet. But if you're walking, you're traveling a lot, we need to stretch them out as well. Good. Now you can stay here, or if you can, point the toes and now stretch the tops of the feet by sitting back here. Again, just be mindful of your knees, see what feels appropriate for your body. Sit as tall as you can here. Good, and while we're here, let's take the hands back behind us and open across the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And release. Good, so let's carefully set this up to the other side. I'm just gonna turn this way. So we're gonna step that back foot forward into that low lunge, shifting your weight forward, just holding here to start. Just think of sinking down into the pelvis, lifting your chest, still breathing deeply. Good. Walking the fingertips to the floor. Again, if it feels right, heel toe your foot a little wider. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot. So remember, as we go through these stretches, you don't have to do exactly what I do. We're all built differently. Your body's gonna feel different in these positions than mine does. So I just really want you to find what works best for you. You don't have to look exactly like me. You don't have to look exactly like Peanut. Whatever works best for you is what we want you to do. Elbow option if you want a little more. Good. At least Peanut is embodying the spirit of relaxation for us. Good. If you're on your elbows, walk it back. Slowly heel toe that foot back in if you had it wider. Shifting the weight back carefully. trying to extend the leg straighter. Keep that length in the spine. Good. And you might find that holding on to the seat of a chair with your hand makes this a little more manageable. If this feels a little too intense, just adjust. Keep finding ways that work for you. Carefully bring that foot back in. Again, let's tuck the toes. Sit back, hips to heels first. And again, you might have to adjust to feel this one. You might have to really tuck your toes under more. Just sit back if you can onto your heels. Keep that nice tall posture. And then shifting our weight forward to point through the toes. Seeing if you can sit back to your heels. Opening across the chest as we do. Lift the heart, extend the arms. Take a nice deep breath or two here. Good. And let's release it down. Just go ahead and come up onto all fours. So now let's stretch across your upper back, really area that we can find a lot of tension in, especially if you've been traveling. So I want you to open one arm up to the ceiling, take a nice deep breath, gazing up to the hand. Take that arm, thread it underneath, bringing your shoulder and your head to rest on the floor, and you can use the back arm as a little bit of leverage to kind of pull your shoulder blades gently apart from each other. So just see what works best for you. Nice deep breaths. Just think about creating some space in between the shoulder blades. Relaxing the head and neck on the floor. Don't put any pressure on your head or your neck. Slowly come back up onto the hands. And let's just take that to the other side. Nice deep breath in, looking up to the arm. Thread it underneath. And gently stretch across that upper back. Taking some nice deep breaths. Just relaxing into that stretch. Allowing your body to open as far into it as it's ready to go. Nice, one more time, slowly rising up onto the hands and knees. Let's open the knees just a little bit wider. We're gonna sit back to a wide knee child's pose. Now if you need to, you can put a pillow underneath you to sit on top of your heels more comfortably. Just kind of see how you can make this more comfortable for your body. Let your torso slide towards the floor in between the legs, just resting the forehead on the floor. And we're gonna keep stretching through the sides of the back here. Just walk your hands, your front hand is gonna walk over to the side. We're gonna take our back hand and stack it on top of that palm. So just stretching through the side. So keeping the hips back over the heels, think of lengthening from that back hip out through that top hand. Really expanding the space through the side of the body. Still breathing deeply. Slowly, let's walk over to the other side, stacking the opposite hand on top. Again, lengthening through the side of the torso, just sinking down into that stretch. Good, let's take a moment here to just come to a comfortable seated position wherever that is for you. Crossing the legs, sitting up nice and tall, just take a stretch over to the side. Good. And if you find it uncomfortable to sit with your legs crossed like this, you could also slide a pillow or a block underneath your hips. It can make it a little bit easier to sit cross-legged. Sit up nice and tall. Let's take our hand towards our opposite knee. Twisting, looking back over the shoulder. And take it the other way. Good. Inhaling both arms up. Just pitching forward from your hips. Lengthen out and over. Take a little stretch down. Roll up through that spine. Now just go ahead and cross the opposite leg in front to emphasize the other hip. Inhaling one more time, pitching forward from the pelvis. Lengthen out and over those legs. Relax the head down. Good, now slowly roll it up. We're gonna turn so that we have room to lay back behind us. Just go ahead and extend both legs out as straight as you comfortably can. Inhale, stretch both arms up. I'm gonna keep my knees slightly bent here so I can forward fold, but keep, again, that length in the spine. So don't just straighten your legs and round forward. Pitch from the hips. Try to relax the backs of the legs towards the floor. If you're able to get to your nose to your knee, great, but that doesn't have to be the goal here. Now we're gonna tuck the tailbone under and just slowly lengthen the spine down onto the floor. Hug one knee into your chest. Slowly twist it across the body, looking back over that opposite shoulder. Come back to the center. Good, and from here, just change legs. Take it across. Back to the center. Good, and we're just gonna quickly flip over to take a little extension for the spine. So you can come up onto your elbows or position the hands underneath the shoulders. We're just gonna extend up. Relax the pelvis to the floor and just hold that extension. Good, another great stretch for the back. If you've been sitting for a long period of time, we just want to get some extension in that spine to counterbalance all of that forward flexion. Slowly release it down. And you can just turn one more time back onto the back. We're just gonna end with a final relaxation. This is one time we can follow Peanut's lead. So you can hug both knees into your chest. Just bring everything into a tight little ball. And then exhale everything to the floor. So let your arms and legs extend. You can close your eyes. Take some nice deep breaths. Good. So I just want you to take a moment to press the pause button. Find your breath. Allow yourself just to melt into the floor. If a thought pops into your head, just acknowledge it and let it go. I want you to reconnect to your center. Reconnect to your breath. Finding that inner sense of calm, peace, and well-being that exists within you. If you'd like to stay here, please feel free to continue to enjoy this relaxation. Take as much time as you need. And if you're ready to move on, you can just slowly bring yourself up to seated. And Peanut and I want to say thank you for joining us for this relaxing stretch. We hope you feel a little bit more calm, a little bit more centered. Please keep up the great work you're doing, taking care of your body and your health. And Peanut and I will look forward to joining you for another session soon. Take care, everybody.